Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Talladega results for Cup and Xfinity. Before we get into that, let's talk about the next race for Cup and Xfinity, which is Dover Motor Speedway. So Arkham Nara Series East will also be there, including there's also something about the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship as well. But Friday consists of the Arkham Nara Series East and the Xfinity Series. So the Arkham Nara Series practice and qualifying will start at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time. It won't be on TV. The Xfinity Series practice will start on 3 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1, and then later on 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time for qualifying, also on FS1. The Arkham Nara Series race for the running of the General Tire 125 will be on 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on MRN only. Saturday, we have the Cup Series practice starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on FS1 MRN and Sirius XM, and later 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time will be qualified for the Cup Series, also on FS1 MRN and Sirius XM. And then on 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, it will be the Xfinity Series race for the rating of the A Game 200 on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. And finally, on Sunday, May 1st, it will be the Cup Series at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the rating of the Duramax Dryden 400 on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. And also on the same time period at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, it will be the Hyundai Monterey Sports Car Championship on NBC. So once again, if you're interested in IMSA, WeatherTech Sports Car Championship related stuff, you can watch that also at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know where that's actually at, so yeah, I can't really tell you where that is, which is pretty sad. But with Dover out of the way, let's now go on with the result. So first off was the Xfinity Series, and that was won by Noah Gragson. So Noah Gragson gets his second win on the season. I think he is he the first driver who got us? I can't remember right now. I know, wait, no, my tie gives us 3. I don't know what the hell I'm even on about. Either way, second place to him is Jeffrey Earnhardt, then AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Sieg, Landon Castle, Anthony Alfredo, Riley Herbst, Joe Graff Jr., Maya Snyder, and Brent Moffitt ran out the top 10. Then Josh Berry, Alex LeBay, Drew Dollar, Shane Lee, Jeb Burton, Joey Gase, Billy Curry, Kyle Sieg, Josh Williams, Ryan Vargas, and Ryan Vargas is top 20. Well, Greg Golding is 21st. There you go. 3 drivers for the qualify: Natalie Decker, Jesse Wuji, and CJ McLaughlin. So CJ McLaughlin was in the 28 RSS racing car. Jesse Wuji was in his own Jesse Wuji Motorsports car 34. And Natalie Decker was in the MBM Motorsports number 13 car. To the rear, a total, too many drivers actually for me to count, but that's a total of 7 drivers went to the rear. Matt Mills, Brandon Jones, Ryan Ellis, Cesar Baccarella, Shane Lee, Riley Herbst, and David Starr all ran to the rear due to unapproved adjustments. For the stuff that happened in the race, obviously I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't think I've watched any of the races because I was just too tired. But lap 11, Ryan Ellis was slid with a loose left rear tire. Lap 25, Josh Berry wins stage 1. Lap 48, I'll show a video on this. Mason Massey loses a tire and makes contact with Berry and spins on the backstretch. Berry, Moffitt, Chandler Smith, JJ Ailey all involved. It was a very horrific hit for Massey. I mean, he slid down to the inside. He made some slight contact with Josh Berry, which caused the car to go to the other direction towards the inside wall of the backstretch, and luckily it didn't hit the the opening of where the safety trucks are. I think that's a really good sign. So luckily it didn't hit that, but it's still a very hard impact for Mason Massey, and luckily he did walk away from it. So that is definitely a good sign. Lap 50, Justin Allgaier wins stage 2. Lap 68, Josh Berry's rear bumper panel falls off, which is a debris caution. Lap 77, Tyler Gibbs clips Hemrick, and Gibbs spins down and collects Brandon Jones and Drew Dollar. So not really good run for the JGR camp, but the only driver who finished outside of the top 20 who was part of the Joe Gibbs racing team was Drew Dollar. Brandon Jones and Tyler Gibbs, I think, were both outside of the top 30. Lap 97, Matt Mills the turn 1 wall, which shreds the right front fender. Lap 103, I will also show a video on this. Sam Mayer gets collected, I think, with by A.J. Allmendinger, and Brent Jones spins, who collects Drew Dollar, Ryan Vargas, Kaz Grala, Joe Graff Jr., Brandon Brown, Maya Snyder also collects a rare bumper cover, which I think it was Kaz Grala's rare bumper cover. It was pretty funny. It was basically just Mr. Plow, which is a bunch of photos of Snyder just Snyder just pushing the bumper cover. I'll probably show a photo of it when the video's done. But pretty scary wreck. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as my Snyder's wreck, but it's still very scary one, especially around a corner, I think in turn 1, if I remember correctly. Turn 1 or 2. I don't know, it's one of those ones, but either way, very, very scary. Lap 110, Sam Mayer and Austin Hill hits the inside wall hard. I think Mayer just got spun out, and then and fortunately he had Austin Hill who slid with him. Lap 114, Greg Golden and Cesar Barcarella gets together, and Sheldon Creed is the innocent bystander who was involved in the wreck. I think that was in turns 3 and 4. And on lap 124, Noah Gragson wins the AG Pro 300, defending off Jeffrey Earnhardt. Earnhardt, I think Earnhardt was like down in 6th place at some point, and he somehow made his way up to 2nd place, which is still a fantastic achievement by him either way. Yeah, fantastic job by Jeffrey Earnhardt to. Obviously, this was a one-off for him to drive for RCR, and he did. I think he did a really, really good job. So, I mean, even though he didn't win, he was very close to winning. Larry McReynolds was obviously the crew chief for him for this race, but I think both of them did a fantastic job at Talladega. So, move on to the other drivers who finished outside of the top 20. Yeah, so Ty Gibbs down in 35th, and Brandon Jones actually in 26th. I was wrong with that, but Ty Gibbs did not have a good run. And there's also this Mason Massey down in 37th, which I did talk about. Chandler Smith making his debut season, well, his debut race in Xfinity Series for Sam Hunt Racing. That didn't go too well. Gazzarella will be back in the Big Machine Racing car, or the 48 car, next weekend at Dover to replace Jade Buford, who will be back after the Dover race. And there's obviously that 3 failed to qualify cars: Natalie Decker, Jesse Wuji, and CJ McLaughlin. So I'll move on to the Cup Series. And the Cup Series, we have another second-time winner of Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain getting his 2nd career win of the season. 2nd place to him is Austin Dillon, then Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Eric Jones, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, Alex Bowman, and Kevin Harvick ran out the top 10. Ryan Blaney, Justin Haley, Eric Almirola, Corey LaJoie, William Byron, Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Landon Castle, and Noah Gragson ran out the top 20. 2 drivers went to the rear. No one failed to qualify, but 2 drivers went to the rear. No Gragson due to unapproved adjustments, and Landon Castle due to failed inspections multiple times, which meant he had to do a drive-through penalty on the very first lap. So stuff that happened. Lap 34 to 36, the 4 Toyotas and Chevys all pit. Kozlowski and Chastain speeds on pit road. They also probably play a video right now of Dale Jr.'s beautiful voice crack that he had.
The 6 is going to speed again.
30 laps to go. Here come a herd of Mustangs to pit road.
Out and would recommend. Lap 57, Daniel Hemrick spins after contact with Austin Dillon, Chase Briscoe, and Kyle Busch, and Chris Buescher involved. Lap 60, Bub Wallace wins stage 1. All of the Confederates were very pissed off about that. I'm just guessing they're actually in lean on. Lap 61, Kyle Busch is penalized for removing equipment. So basically, I think he had a fuel can with him, I think when he came out of the pits, or a jack, I don't know. He came something out with a pit road equipment, so he got penalized for that. Lap 82, Greg Biffle loses power. Lap 86, BJ McLeod spins due to losing a right rear tire. Lap 90, I'll show a video of this. Joe Logano spins after getting a massive push from Bubba Wallace, and spins and collects Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, Harrison Burton, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer, Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Daniel Suarez. It was actually after a restart. So Logano got a massive push from Bubba Wallace on the outside lane and come to turn one, and got spun out, hit the outside wall, and all hell broke loose behind him. So we are lucky there for Logano. I think he said in his interview that he's not a big fan of plate racing or something. I can't remember what he said, but he said something about plate racing negatively. So he wasn't that happy after that crash, obviously. Lap 106, Cody Ware spins at the start line, hitting the outside wall. I think Cody Ware also spun out earlier in the race. I think on pit road or something, but I might be wrong. Lap 120, William Byron wins stage 2. Lap 160, Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch collides on pit road, teammates, lovely. And on lap 188, Ross Chastain wins the Geico 500 after Eric Jones pulled far away. I'll show a video of this. Eric Jones pulled far away from the field. They caught up to them. I can't remember who. I think Bob Wallace hit someone into the outside wall, and Larson just swerved to Kurt Busch for some stupid reason. I don't know why. I don't know what he was doing then. He swerved to Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch at the outside wall, collecting his teammate Bubba Wallace. And I think Corey LaJoie also spun out as well. I think by the bumper of Michael McDowell, but I might be wrong with that. But still, I don't know what the hell Larson was doing in that final stretch. I know, obviously he's going for a win and everything. He tried to go for the outside. Eric Jones tried to block on the outside, but Chastain just slipped on by on the inside, and he got his second win of the season and his career as well. So Ross Chastain is definitely a title contender in my opinion. I don't know, maybe close to maybe being a top, maybe a top 8, maybe even top 4 somehow if he continues this stretch of good luck. So here's the other drivers. Finish outside of the top 20. That's Austin Cindric down 21st. Christopher Bell down 22nd. The one Sergio Logano 32nd, and Greg Biffle. Tyler Reddick had an engine issue on lap 31, so he was out immediately, only getting 1 single point added to his name. Damn, I feel really bad for him. He circles winning Bristol dirt, and then he has this type of performance at Talladega. So definitely sucks for him. I'll be honest. That's not fun at all. But that is all about. That's really about it for Talladega. Let's now move on to the standings. So first start off with the Xfinity Series. Here's the top 20. AJ Allmendinger is 40 points clear of Noah Gragson, and a further 45 points clear to Ty Gibbs. Then Josh Berry in 4th place, and Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, Ryan Sieg, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst at the top 10. Then Landon Castle, Daniel Hemrick, Anthony Alfredo, Sheldon Creed, Brandon Brown, Jeb Burton, Brent Moffitt, Alex LeBay, Mike Snyder, and Jim Clemens ran out the top 20 for the playoffs. And thank God they finally added this line here. We know that Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, AJ Allmendinger, Brandon Jones, and Austin Hill are automatically locked into the playoffs. But in front of Austin Hill in 5th place is Josh Berry, and behind Hill got Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg, Daniel Hemrick, and Riley Herbst. Landon Castle ran out the top 12 and the playoffs. Obviously, from 13th to 20th, they still have a chance of making it to the playoffs, including the drivers underneath them. Let's then move on to the Cup Series, and we have Chase Elliott, who's now 21 points clear of Ryan Blaney. And then William Byron in 3rd place, and Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, Joe Logano, Kyle Larson, Mark Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, Eric Almirola, Kevin Harvick, Chase Briscoe, Austin Dillon, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick. Eric Almirola rounds out the top 10. Harvick, Briscoe, Dillon, Bell, Reddick, Austin Cindric, Eric Jones, Kurt Busch, Daniel Suarez, and Chris Buescher ran out the top 20. For the playoff, we know that Byron, Chastain, Bowman, Kyle Busch, Larson, Briscoe, Hamlin, and Cindric are already in the playoffs. In 2nd place behind Byron is Chase Elliott. Then behind Chastain is Ryan Blaney. Behind Bowman, Busch, Larson, Briscoe, Hamlin is Truex. And behind Mark Truex Jr., behind Cindric, it is Joe Logano, Eric Almirola, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, and Christopher Bell, currently in the playoffs in top 16. which means that Talladega is currently in 17th place, and it's Eric Jones, Kurt Busch, and Daniel Suarez. So, that's really about it for me. Just a reminder that the next race is Dover Motor Speedway for Cup and Xfinity, and also Arkham Knight Series if you're interested in that crap. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.